Hey guys, welcome back to another one. In this video, I'm just going to be straight with you. I'm going to talk about Kaspa. I'd say a lot of people are panicking about the price of Kaspa and how it's going, and they're worried about their investment. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it. I want you to do your own research on Kaspa. Don't just blindly buy it. And if you're just selling it because of the price, I think it's a mistake. But that's up to you. But let's say I started buying Kaspa in June 2023. The first time I bought Kaspa was 1.5 cent, and I bought it all the way up to 18 cent. And I've lost 100,000 euro, not dollars, of profits in the last 6 months. I'm still in profit, but I'm down 100 grand, which is a lot of money for me. It's a lot of money. Like that would be a good chunk in the mortgage. But I believe in Casper, and the reason I'm not panicking is because I'm constantly researching Casper. I'm not a developer, I'm not a tech head, but I just watch videos over and over, and eventually stuff starts to sink in. So I think you should do the same: is research Casper before you buy it, or research it. If you're a holder and you research it, it'll make you feel better. You'll be able to sleep at night. You won't be worried about your investment. But like the first thing that's going on we have here is the crescendo. So crescendo is on the speed of Caspa is at one block every second. So the transactions all get bunched, they get put into a block, and that block gets processed every 1 second. So they're going to move to 10 blocks a second. So the transactions per second is going to go from 300 to 3000, and the maximum will be from 500 to 5000 transactions. And that's really fast for a proof of work. The reason all these proof of stake was created was because proof of work wasn't scalable. So you wanted to get away with it. But Kaspa is coming back to proof of work because it's more decentralized, and they've brought the scalability back. It's very fast. So that's that bit. Some people say that Kaspa isn't decentralized. The coins are spread out between a lot of holders on Kaspa. I have three miners here that cost about $150 each. So I can mine Kaspa easy from my home with home miners. I have a node running here that's on a piece of crap computer. If I want to run a node on Solana, I think it costs about $8,000. So, not everybody can afford that. And then seemingly upkeep and all that is going to cost a lot of money. So I have a laptop here, and you can use a Raspberry Pi, I think it's called, to run a node on Kaspa. So that's all really cheap. Another thing about Kaspa is when they started mining Kaspa, it came out CPU mining, GPU mining, and it was like that. So anybody could mine on their laptop until it got to 65% mined, and then the ASICs came in. And the reason they did that was because they didn't want the big companies with all their big ASIC farms to come in and acquire all the Kaspa, because then it would be really centralized. So they went and did that, and that's why it's a fast emission schedule as well. So that didn't happen. Nobody has time to acquire too much Kaspa and then dump on us all. They wanted it to be fair. And there's only 10% Kaspa left to be mined. So it's becoming very scarce. So that's another reason the circulating supply, we only have 10% left to be mined. So that's one thing. Now, the latest thing is we have smart contracts. So most of us heard of Sparkle. That's been done by Crypto Aspect. He is one of the core devs for Kaspa. He is developing Sparkle. Sparkle is like a 1.5, a layer 1.5. I have a little bit of idea about that. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then we have Igra Labs. Igra Labs is a layer 2. We have Cas EVM, which is going to be a layer 2. And we have Casplex are doing one as well. So maybe some people think, like me, that we had to wait for Sparkle to launch in the summer for these other smart contracts to come out, but we don't. So the thing is, let's say Igra Labs, I've been watching their video over and over, trying to understand. So I learned about base rollups and ZK rollups. So base rollups is where Igra Labs is going to be a layer 2. It's built on top of Kaspa, but all the transactions will get verified and sorted on the base layer. So Kaspa's base layer. So the miners will get the transaction fees. That's another thing people give out about, because there's not much transaction fees going on Kaspa at the moment. It's only block rewards, which I think is 65 a block at the moment, 65 Kas. So they need more transactions to keep the miners happy, especially in the future. But because Igra Labs, all the transactions are going to be sorted and sequenced on the base layer, Kaspa the miners will get the fees. And it's the same with Sparkle. Sparkle is going to do the same thing. It's a little bit different, but again, on the main Kaspa blockchain, all the sequencing will happen, the transactions get placed in the blocks, all that kind of thing, and the transaction fees go to the miners. So that's more again for the miners. And I'm presuming the other two smart contract people, Cas EVM and Casplex, are going to do the same. And the reason they can do this is because Kaspa is so fast. If we take Arbitrum or Optimum on Ethereum, for example, because Ethereum isn't fast enough, Arbitrum and Optimum have to do their own sequence and processing transactions on their layer 2, which isn't decentralized. It's done by a company. So it's centralized, it's a point of attack. So it's not decentralized. Whereas IGRA picked Kaspa out of all the other blockchains, out of all the other layer 1s to build their EVM platform on. And the reason they did that was because it can be sequenced on the base layer, which is decentralized because it's mined from people all over the world. And we have nodes all over the world. And it's totally decentralized and it's fast enough to do it. That's why they chose Kaspa. And that's my understanding of it. Just to get back to base rollups and ZK rollups for a minute, I didn't really explain the difference. I only learned it during the week. So base rollups is where you get all your transactions that happen on the layer 2, so which will be IGRA Labs. You get all your transactions. Let's say you bundle them all in a big envelope, and then you get that sent down to Kaspa, and Kaspa's sequencer puts the transaction in orders in the block and sorts out all the transactions. That's what base rollups is. That's what IGRA Labs can do now, and that's what they're planning on launching first. ZK rollups is where, let's say, you have a safe and you have a ton of letters inside the safe, and there's a lock on the safe, and you send that to Kaspa's base layer. All they have to do is scan the lock and they know what's inside. It's some kind of fancy maths, and basically they get sorted and sent. It's a form of trust, and it makes it even faster. But they can't do ZK rollups until the Kaspa core team roll out ZK opcode. So I don't know when that's happening, but that's why they're going to switch to the faster version when they roll that out. But for now, it's going to be base rollups, and that's an idea of what the difference is. But what I'm trying to say is that they're both done on the sequenced on the base layer, so the miners get the transaction fees. And another thing that smart contracts, when they come out, like the EVM compatible, so all these utilities that are on EVM, like on Ethereum, whatever, can be just copied and pasted over to Kaspa. Seemingly, it's as easy as that, and they'll be able to work on Kaspa. And then another thing I'm excited about is stable coins. When we have smart contracts, stable coins will be able to move over. I think there was $7 trillion or 7 billion, I can't remember, in stable coins that were transacted over crypto last year, and it passed out MasterCard and Visa. So can you imagine if Kaspa got even some of that? Like the amount of transactions that would be on Kaspa would be unreal. And when everybody finds out how good Kaspa is, they will start moving over. The fees are cheaper, it's decentralized, and it's all on the base layer. So that's another thing. All these things that I'm learning, because I'm studying Kaspa and I'm trying to learn every day, these things, I can learn the difference between this and Ethereum. And people like Jerry Banfield are just talking crap, like they haven't got a clue. Like, so the price is dropping at the moment, but the price of everything in the market is dropping. So the reason I won't sell my Kaspa is because I know in the future, I still think this year it's going to go up in price a good bit. But if it doesn't, maybe it's the bear market that it's Kaspa's time to shine, like it did in the last bear market. It shot up. Maybe this time it's the same. Otherwise, it'll be in the future. Either way, I'm still acquiring Kaspa. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to it for the future. It's an investment for me and my family. If it does work out this year, I will sell what I need to pay the mortgage and the bills and get a new car, and I will leave the rest ride into the future. And again, I will keep any money I get, I'll keep putting it into Kaspa. And another point is, don't invest money that you don't have. I've invested money that I can afford to lose. I bought the bulk of my Kaspa already, my Kaspa bag. But when it dropped below 9 cents last time, I did go get a loan of $6,000, and I bought another, I think it was 68,000 Kaspa. But the repayments on that were $300 a month, and that's how much I put into crypto every month now. It's 300. So I just bought the dip. Well, I did buy the dip, but it's even gone lower now, and I have nothing to buy anymore. It's killing me. So I'm not worrying about where the price is going. I'm worrying that I don't have any money to buy any more Kaspa, and that's it. I'm just trying to ease your mind. Like, some people out there are probably panicking. A lot of people are saying, just buy Kaspa, but they don't explain to you why. I'm not a techie guy, so I'm trying to explain it to you from my point of view, why I I feel comfortable with Kaspa because I'm trying to research it. You know, I've contacted Igra Labs. I'm going to ask them will they come on to talk to me, Cat Daddy, Black Tiger Miner, and Bitcoin Hoodie Guy. Luke says he's going to come on in the future as well. So constantly we get these guys on because we want to learn what's going on and then spread the word with you. But don't listen to footers. Don't listen to people that haven't got a clue. Do your own research. Make up your own mind. If you do your research and you don't think Kaspa's good and you want to sell it, that's good enough. That's fair. That's good for you. But don't just sell it because of the price, because I think you're making a mistake. And that's all I wanted to say to you. I just wanted to be straight with you for a video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.